Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. May Jesus Christ bless you. So, our good Lord threw me a curveball yesterday and I still can't grab it. And it's the most amazing curveball I've ever had in my life. And what gets me is, it was all a part of this other dog that I had passing away. It's been a part of the chooks that I've got, this pup that I've got. God has sent me a pup. And I collected him last night, and everything that I ever thought a dog was supposed to be, here it is. And I just can't believe it, because I've had bull terriers and mastiffs and boxers and pit bulls and American staffies and all these other things, and would you believe it? The Italian sheepdog, the Maremma. I had never heard of that one until 45 minutes before I made the purchase. The lady I serve bought it up because she was down at my home the other day and she was like, "We've got to get something for your chooks." So she, for whatever reason, went looking for dogs for me. And it was God inspired, definitely. Anyway, I was like, I'll go and check it out, because I've been looking for a dog for the last couple of weeks. And they were just down the road from the fuel station that I fill up on the way home on a Friday afternoon. And so that's why she was like, "Well, why don't you just go and check it out on the way home?" Anyway, so give the bloke a call. Directly after filling up, they turn up. And I'm having the conversation and he's just like, "Look, this is purpose, right? You don't give them attention. You put them with the animal that they need to be with, and you give it like 1 or 2 weeks, and then after that you let the animals out of the containment. That dog was with them for life." And anyway, so, and he's just like, "But yeah, you don't wash them. You're going to have to feed them like twice a day for now." And what I find unreal is it's the food that I need for the other dog that just passed away. But their entire purpose is the flock. Now, I was like, where you're blown away is like the little attention that they need. Because there's that part inside of us, just like, "Oh, is there a baby?" No. Like, he was in the vehicle and I was like, "Well, I've never seen one of these before." And like, they look like a hairy Labrador. And I was like, "Well, I can't believe this. This is the answer to my prayers and dreams, this dog. It's everything I was ever looking for. It sounds like it." And I was like, it's almost like it's too good to be true. Anyway, so put him in my vehicle, jumps on my passenger seat and just falls asleep, right? And on the way home, I go to my mate to get the chook scraps, because I get my chook scraps each Friday afternoon, and I pull in there and I was like, knocked on the door, he comes out, gives me the scraps, and they give me egg cartons. This is all about the eggs, because I want to go and give people who need food eggs, like, so it's feeding the homeless, or feeding the needy. Anyway, he comes out with a carton sitting on top of it, and with the carton there's a picture of a Maremma with bloody chickens. I'm just like, yeah. So when it happened, I was like, you got to be patient and await God, because God will tell you what you got to do. Anyway, so still not knowing what the character of the dog is, because he's in the vehicle and he's quite they're not over jumpy, they're not looking for attention, they're quiet, and they're just very disciplined, like, not really thinking much more about it. Anyway, so I get home last night, I put him down on the grass, straight to action. I just can't believe it. Straight to action. And so I was like, well, I'll go and sit him with the chooks. I went in and had dinner, and he actually got out from that, but he was at the house, and like, what I couldn't believe is, eye contact was made in the vehicle and he looked up at me last night. And it was like the connection was made in that moment. Can't believe the sun's not up yet. Anyway, it'll make sense why I'm up walking. So, I go outside and I was like, well, I'll spend a little bit of time with them. And they look like a Labrador. They've almost got like the energy of a Kelpie or something. They're a sheepdog, but there's a discipline about them. I've never seen an animal like this one here. Like, it's like everything that you thought a dog was supposed to be, everything. And you can't break it, so you've got to leave them for what they are. Is that dog just there? What, do you think he's playing? No. He's waiting for me to catch up. If he gets 10 metres in front of me, he sits. I only got him yesterday. It's like it's naturally in their instinct to just obey the boss, look after the herd. He's got no concern for the other dogs. He will walk out in front, but then he just comes straight back and they follow behind you. Last night, on permanent guard. And so I didn't know what to do last night, so I put him in the dog pen. And I swear his energy kept me awake all night. Not in a bad way, but like, this dog now explains to me Jesus Christ. Pretty much summed up. They are the most loyal, silent companion. They are the silent guardian that is always on watch. I can't believe it. I just can't. That is the right hand of God just there. That's the shepherd's dog. It's the shepherd's right hand just there. They're so intelligent. I can't get my head around how intelligent they are. Like, they would put a lot of humans to shame. But they got one dog, one job. Serve and protect. And great little guard dog. Like the growling, and it's just like nothing will come near anything again. And they can't sit still. And what gets me is if I stand here for like more than, let's give it 30 seconds. He'll sit down, but like proper sit down, like a work dog that's meant to sit. Hey bud. Little fella, just gonna put me to shame now. They're not the most beautiful animals. He's finally having a bit of a play. But I've never had a dog adapt so quickly, but be so young. Oh well, I've had one more in my life. His name was Ed, and you want to know what I find funny? This dog was born at the back of a chicken shed, and they're born to protect chooks. Ed was my first ever Mastiff, and the day I got Ed, I went hunting the next day, and he was suckling the milk off the pig's teat. He was the best pig dog I've ever had. Isn't it funny that, like, Pup doesn't even want to play with the other dog. He's actually very cautious of it. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm here to serve. I don't know what else to say, just other than I've gone from bull terriers and mastiffs to a hairy sheepdog, and it's so bizarre, couldn't be happier with the result, because I've never come across a nature quite like it. They don't bark. I mean, there's a little bit of whinging, that's alright, but like, they pull up quick smart. It's like, there it is, they're self-regulating. There it is. Very rarely will you come across a fully self-regulated dog at such a young age, but like, it looks like it's their instinct, it's just what they are. Anyway, so, they're like a cat in a dog's body, but a loyal cat, and their job is to serve and protect you, but they're independent in doing it. Tank was taken aback last night as well. He's just like, fuck, I may as well sit back and just sleep now. We've got the new guard dog. And yes, that's correct, because Tank's the guard dog of my vehicle. So I've got my vehicle's guard dog back, and this little fella here is going to be the guardian of the farm. All you got to do is give them enough time with any herd. That's it. They're with the herd. So God's going to throw some curveballs at you at the moment. For this one, for me, he's not a pet. He's actually he's a work dog, a guardian, and he'll never be coming inside. They're not meant to come inside. I've actually set a kennel up next to the chook pen. Give it a couple of weeks, the chooks will be let out and they'll be out permanently. And from what I'm gathering, all I've got to do is, create the cow ruts for the dog. So the walks that I'm going on is to show him, this is where I need you to look. And he'll regulate himself and walk the tracks without me. So that's what I'm saying. The silent guardian, God's right hand, the shepherd's dog. Unbelievable, hey? Anyway, have a good morning. What's the revelation out of all this one here? So this is the answer to my prayers, wrapped up in something that I couldn't imagine. The fluffy hair on him, it's softer than sheepskin, sheep's wool. It's just, but what am I trying to get at here? Don't be surprised if the exact answer to your prayers comes in a package that you're not expecting, but when you hear about it, your jaw drops and you're like, fuck, I've waited my entire life for this. So, for me, that I've waited a decade for without knowing it. I've lost more chooks than I know what to do with. My kingdom is run by animals, and a guardian looks after, it's kind of like, if I'm the Prime Minister here, they're the ministers of the different areas. So here's the guardian of the flocks. The cats are the biosecurity. Tank's my right hand. And Maserati is the trumpet. But where we're at right now is I think Maserati's time's just about up. And I think that's why this fella turned up when he did. And it'll be time for Maserati's replacement to come. Anyway, for me, the great revelation in all of this, because my pup that just died, it was not a great experience, and it was like a Trojan horse, but at the same time, I was under a lot of pressure, and it's only in hindsight do I see the blessing of everything that's come out of it. And what I do know though is everything in life has a purpose. I think we need to get better at discerning what needs, we've got to get the right foot to fit the right boot. And you don't want to have something if it doesn't have a purpose to be with you. Or you don't want to mismatch purposes. See, my Bull Terrier Tank, what do you think, he's a sheepdog? No. You can try it, and they may show a bit of interest, but like this mixed matching stuff, everything will die on the inside slowly without the purpose they were born to fulfill. Tank's job is Mr. Public. His job is in the trolley at Bunnings for everyone to be awe-inspired because he looks like a legend, pissing excellence. This fella here, don't even have to wash him, self-regulating in all aspects. All I've got to do is just keep him fed. And beyond that, he'll probably catch a rabbit if he needs to. That's what I'm trying to get at. They look like Labradors. They're as agile as a Kelpie. Anyway, may God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.